Yeah, no, I should,
Go, go. That's it. Do you want to be able to do a high kick? Because if you're anything like me, that was the first thing that I wanted to do when I started karate. I've created a specific routine in order to help you achieve head level kicks. Right, so the first thing that we need to do is to warm up the muscles. Go for a short run, or at least a good walk, do some stairs, something like that, get on a stationary bike. And we want to start doing some dynamic stretches, which is like a leg raise. So keep the leg straight. Doesn't matter how high you go, as long as the leg is straight. Put the hand out so that you've got a target. Your mind has got a target what it wants to hit. The high hand, and the target is just to keep going until you can do that. So dynamic leg raises to the front, and then also dynamic to the side. So coming up again, give yourself a target. Doesn't matter if it's this high, just keep your legs straight and then work on it, and eventually you'll be able to get it up quite high, plenty high enough to be able to do a high enough side kick above the belt. Next thing we want to do is some static stretches. So just coming down through, stick your butt out, reach down, touch your toes, go over the top if you can. If you can't get the toes, that's okay. Just get down as far as you can. You will get to the point where you can get past there, and that's just stretching up the back of the knee, hamstring and calves. Okay, next we want to bring a heel up, stretching the quad. When we do this, we've got easy, which is same hand, and then we've got harder, which is the opposite hand, coming through. And then hardest, where you go both hands in and push your hips forward when you do this. And you're getting that good quad stretch. Okay, so the next stretch here is a hip flexor stretch. It's a small muscle that does a lot of work. You want to be pushing forward, engage your glute muscle, which will then releases and allows you to stretch here. You can bring out straight up. If you need more stretch, you can push your hands up in the air, and if you need a further stretch, you can just go over here. Just feel it here. Don't batch in the stretch, just feel it. You can let it off, let it back on. Think of it like a rusty hinge. You wouldn't just force the hinge if you were trying to release it. You put a bit of WD-40 on it and work it back and forwards, but not bouncing. All right, so the next thing we want to stretch is our glutes, one of the bigger muscles in the back there, often quite tight, especially if you sit at a desk all day. So you can bring that foot across and just sit down into it like so. That's a good start. And then if you want to advance the stretch, just go down on your back and bring that foot up, reach between your legs and reach through here. Remember to keep your tailbone flat on the floor. It's common practice. People there will arch their lower back and do damage to their back. You can put your hand on your knee and do that as you pull it in, or you can use two hands to pull it in there. Do that on both sides, and that will help release the glutes. So far it's all been pretty easy, I guess you could say. Here's where it gets more challenging, and that's when we get into the splits. If anything like me, I probably started about this high here. This was what I was maxing out. I could really feel it in the adductors. The muscles don't really get inside your quads there. Look, what we need to do is just get to the lowest possible point you can get to. Reach down to one side, hold it there for a little bit, go the other side, maybe down onto the floor, and push out a little bit more. Each time you go out a little bit more, down to one side, down to the other side, and just you want to get to the point where you're feeling like discomfort, bordering on pain, but don't go into pain. Just go into, just push it, breathe, keep your face relaxed. A lot of people tense their face. There's hundreds of muscles in your face, and when you tense your face, you'll find that every other muscle in your body will also tense up. So you've got to try not to control your breathing, just allow your breathing to be natural and allow it to just breathe subconsciously. Relax the muscles in your face. That will help you relax your other muscles, and you can just work on getting a bit lower and a bit lower. You can come down a bit each time, it's coming down and working out. Now for karate, it's a good idea if you can have your feet straight on the outsides, like so. I've got a fused ankle on that side, which makes that one look a bit funky. But if you can do it like that, that's great. And that will help you have the right form when you go to do your side kicks. Okay, so you just keep working down. Once you get to your maximum or as low as you can go there, you can then bring it up onto the heels and just bring your hands back a little bit more and go down as far as you can. And this will bring the stretch more into the hamstring. I find that if you mix it around from the hamstring through to the adductors here, then you will find that it will get a part that you sometimes miss. From there, you can come down and do a bit of a swan dive, where you come down, up, and you leave your hips down and your chest up. So come in here and just hold it here, and you'll feel this in the front of the hips a fair bit. Can be quite uncomfortable, like all of it will be, but you'll be fine. So again, work back, come back onto your heels, come back into the box splits, and then once you've done that a bit there, come up a little bit and you can turn into your scissor splits. Thing that I always tell my students with this point here is try and make it look easy. You're gonna be over like this, you'll probably be quite high to start with. Now dancers have their back foot flat. For martial arts, it's not so important. So you can have that leg back to like so, and straighten out this front leg. No matter how high you are, make sure the leg is straight, the front leg is straight, and then just work on getting lower and lower as you go. Have your body upright, because you want to have your posture correct when you're kicking. When you're kicking someone in the face or in the head, you want to have your eyes on them so that you can, and this will help you. If you're crunching over like this, which is the tendency for most people, then you're going to give yourself bad form when you do your kicks. So one side, come up a little bit, turn around, go to the other side, like so. If you want to reach out, touch your toe, that sort of thing, but just make it look easy. Relax your face, let your breathing be natural. Okay, so what we can do next is we want to come down and we just put those knees out here, like so, and you want to have your hips in line with your knees, like this. If you're wearing a gi or packs, you can just grab, or if you've got someone else to help you, you can grab the gi like this and just lift it up, and that will release the tension on the material, and you'll find that you'll get a nice little extra stretch there. So again, you can come down forward, you come down on your forearms like so, you can push back a little bit, you can come forward a little bit, and you're just sort of working that area there. From there, we could do these in either order, depending on what you prefer. Or we can come into like a butterfly split here, where we bring the feet in, we grab your ankles, and you have a nice good posture with your back, nice straight back. Push your knees down with your elbows, push them down, and engage your core, push down, and just put a little bit of tension against your elbows, so you're pushing up a bit. And then release, and push back down again. Now, I find that some students have got really awesome flexibility in this movement here, and they can put their knees down far on the floor. I could when I was younger, not anymore. But what you can do in that case is just put a shoe between your feet. That will lift your knees up and give you that flexibility there. So that's a trick for people that are really flexible. When I started karate, it took me about 6 months to be able to do the splits. Now there's a couple of keys for that. You follow that basic routine that we've gone through there. Push it till it's quite uncomfortable. Okay, you don't need to go into pain, but quite uncomfortable. Do all the routine, don't miss anything out. And you need to make sure that you're stretching twice a day. Most people stretch once a day when they train. The thing is with that is when you train, you're tensing the muscles, which means that you're shortening the muscles, you're flexing the muscle. And then when you stretch, what happens is it sort of takes away that movement that you've done in the workout, which is great for recovery. However, if you want to move forward and get more flexible, then you will have to do it twice a day. Once to recover from the workout that you've done, and once to get flexible. You need to drink at least 2 liters of water a day. I tend to drink 2 liters plus whatever I drink when I'm training to make sure that your muscles are well hydrated. Okay? Happy stretching, and I'll see you in the dojo soon.